just so easy. Watching what you need TV.
Hey, so here we are at the Big Theater. There's a new movie coming out called Untitled, directed by Jonathan Parker, starring Adam Goldberg, about the battle between the commercial and the independent side of the art world in New York. We're on the red carpet right now, getting the hottest exclusive. CNN is here, Reels Channel, Encore Magazine, you name it, we got it. WTV, this is the new movie coming out right here for you.
This is Ian Bailey, and you are watching WTV.
Hi, this is Chris Ashworth, and you're watching WTV.
I'm Adam Goldberg, and I'm giving a shout out to WTV.
I've been talking to everybody sort of about the two different worlds of art, and when you're coming at it from a perspective of, a producer, a director, or a writer, it's different than from an actor. You're coming from an art world, so when you jump into a movie like this, what attracts you to a role that is about the art world, but not your art world,
I like that. There's so many correlations between all arts, and my role doesn't match with me personally, how I feel about art.
Because you're the commercial brother?
Yeah. Well, now that I think about it, I had this whole, in the role I have this belief system that my work is really special, and actually I was connected, to my unique art. So you've seen the movie, right? So I guess you always try and find the connections of how you feel about art in any form and what the role is and what the movie represents.
I was talking to Ian about kind of how he's so different from his role. Are you different from the role that you took in this movie?
Ian says he's different from his role?
Yeah. Is he lying?
Am I different? There's certainly some similarities and some differences. I think I'm more verbal than he is. But and he's a much more extreme version of me, but there are definitely some things I can relate to.
Such as?
I think this guy is sort of like very indignant on one hand and very sort of defensive about what he does, and very sort of passionate about what he does, but I think it's also a bit of a front in order to sort of deal with a lot of insecurities and that kind of thing. I think that's sort of probably common to a lot of artists, feel like they need to sort of constantly defend their artistic positions after putting themselves in vulnerable positions, but in quiet moments alone, there's self-doubt, that kind of thing, and, so I can definitely relate to that.
I just, want to talk to you about, the conflict in the movie, between the music world and the art world, and, how you bring those two worlds together, especially in a place like New York, where, and also the conflict between the mainstream and the commercial.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a theme of art versus commerce, and also it's a slight allegory for dare I say, the entertainment business or the fashion business or any, it's an allegory for human nature, where we kind of like bump up against art versus commerce.
Being true to yourself versus making money.
Exactly.
And you're kind of, in this film, you're in between all of that.
The interesting thing about, I think this film, one of the things that drew me to it is that there's no real antagonist or protagonist. Everyone's completely justified in their plight, and there's a purity to each character, but conflict is still created because their plight is so different. And what they're after, and so I think that makes it really unique, but somehow we still created dramatic tension, and but it's so interesting when I read the script, like, wow, this is so unorthodox, different.
I just wanted to talk to you about kind of how do you bring two worlds together? We were just talking about that, how it's completely different, the music world and the art world, and how it's so much harder to make it. And how do you bring those two worlds together in film and, reconcile the differences?
Well, actually, the fact, I come from a music background, so I've played in every type of band, from a symphony orchestra to a punk band, and performed for many weddings. There's a scene in the movie where Adam's character is performing for during a wedding reception. So I know that world, and I've played concerts for very small amounts of people that have required a tremendous amount of preparation. So yeah, it's the fact, the money in contemporary art was definitely a factor that we were thinking about when doing the script and trying to compare and contrast those two worlds in that way.
I hear this is pretty funny, so I'd like to see it.
So comedy's your thing?
Yeah, he was talking about kicking buckets and stuff, so it sounds interesting.
That's what you want to see?
Yeah.
Kicking buckets?
Yeah, I saw the trailer, it looks good.
Yeah, well, it's are you usually interested in independent artist films?
No, I think I'd rather do independent films.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody from studios hear that, but seriously, you get a little more creative. There's less politics involved, and it's just about a story usually, as opposed to let's make a bunch of explosions and stuff.
So, you heard it here personally from the red carpet. Signing off, this is Michael Spath. Hope you enjoyed the show.
It's just so easy, but what you need to